No matter what you are facing, the Lord is with you through it all. Are you facing a health crisis? Music artist Robby McGee, member of Midsouth Band, collapsed on a boat after scuba diving, and the next thing he remembered hearing from the doctors was the possibility of never walking again. This is his story. This is today's Nashville. This is faith. Robby, what a blessing to sit down with you. Welcome to today's Nashville.
Well, thank you. I'm glad for the invitation, and thank you for that.
Well, you know, we had so much fun at your concert the other day. Love your music.
Thank you so much.
And you have such a powerful story of faith. And when I heard it, I had to invite you to the show because I think so many people are going to be inspired by your story. Midsouth Band.
Yes.
Love it. When did you start?
So Midsouth Band actually started as Midsouth Boys back in the early 80s, and they hired me to play piano. And so after playing piano for a few years, the other gentlemen in the group, they started leaving one by one, and we hired Bobby, so it was me and Bobby. My brother had actually sang bass. It was a quartet. My brother decided to leave, and so we needed to find another vocalist, and we tried to find some and just really couldn't find the right bass vocalist. I was raised in Dallas, Texas, born and raised in Texas, and I was raised on people like the Gatlin brothers, and Alabama had come along, and I'm like, man, I would really love to do more of a country trio sounding group.
How old were you at this time?
So at this time I would have been 22.
Okay.
Yeah, 22 years old. So we hired another young man to sing baritone whose name was Tony Turner. So it was me and Bobby and Tony, but there wasn't anyone writing what I would call Christian country music at the time. So that was really what got me to writing as well. It was really out of necessity that I started writing. And if you heard some of my earlier songs, you would know that it was really out of necessity. I was an extreme novice when I got started writing, but nonetheless, God blessed that. And I approached the owners of the group at that time and said, hey, would you be interested in selling the band? And they said yes. So I purchased the band in my early 20s, and that was really where Mid-South got launched into what I would call the Christian country music scene that really was non-existent at the time.
Did you always know that that's what you wanted to do?
I really didn't. I wanted to be a computer programmer is what my intent was, and really that's what I was going to school for. However, my dad loved to sing, and he birthed in me a love for singing and playing the piano at a really early age. And since I was the youngest, I was always the one that was singing the high part. So Dad taught me to sing, the parts as well. And so I really had a love for music. It was always part of our family. My dad would gather us around the piano, and we would all as a family sing on family vacations. We would be going down the road, and we would all start singing different songs. My dad loved the Oak Ridge Boys. He loved the Gatlin Brothers. He loved John Denver. So I kind of grew up singing some of those songs. So that was really where the love of music came from, but I didn't really know people other than what I would call mega stars. I didn't really know that there was an entry level for people to get started until my brother started singing bass for the group, and then they asked me to come and fill in playing the piano, and subsequently asked me to join. So that changed the trajectory of really my life.
Now, were you a church-going family?
We were. I was born and raised in church. I don't ever remember not being in church. So even the hymns were also a part of it. My mom's favorite was "What a Friend We Have in Jesus." So I had to, learn how to play that. They started teaching me piano when I was 6 years old.
6 years.
And I took lessons until I was 12. I wanted to quit taking lessons. And my mom kind of knew that. You're 12 years old. It's like, it's boring. You're playing hymns and you're playing some ragtime and some classical music. And my mom, I'll credit her because she recognized that. And I told her I wanted to quit playing. Well, one day she brought home a songbook, and it was the Eagles' greatest hits.
Oh, okay.
And I opened it up and started playing Desperado. And from that point on, I was hooked to more popular music and hearing it on the radio and playing it by ear. And so I credit Mom for keeping me going and encouraging me to play.
So you bought the band. You're
Yes.
in your early 20s. What happened after that?
So I started writing music, and we came to Nashville and started recording some projects and started having some success. Our very first song was a song called Guilty of Loving Me that I had written, and it got on the gospel music charts. And then from then on, it was just, it wasn't overnight, but things began to build. And we began to have more success with my songwriting, more success with the band, more success on a national level. We were mainly regional in Texas and Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi. So the band began to expand. We began to have a lot more success and opportunities to travel on a national basis as time went by.
So were you living still in Texas, or did you move here to Nashville?
Initially, the band was out of Arkansas, so we were just south of Little Rock, Arkansas, in a little town called Sheridan. But because we began to have so many different opportunities, and it seemed like every time we left to play, we were driving through Nashville, Tennessee, and Nashville was where the music was. So we made a decision, you know what, we're going to relocate our families, the band, we're going to relocate everything to Nashville, Tennessee. So that was actually in 1989-90 was when that transition happened.
When did you know that Mid-South is like, okay, we're going to stay with it. This is what I'm supposed to do. We're going to keep going.
That moment came for me after I'd had an accident. And right before that accident, Word Records, they approached us and said, we believe in you guys, and we'd like to talk to y'all about signing you to a recording agreement. So when John Mays at Word Records called and said that, I'm like, you know what? I believe that this is something that will help us reach a broader audience and reach a lot of people, with the message of our music. So I think that was the pivotal moment.
And then you went scuba diving.
I did.
And we're going to talk about how that accident changed your whole life and how you're reaching millions now with your testimony, your music, and your life when we come back.